Hello darlings, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and welcome to the last video in the back to school series. Like, we're already at the last video. To me that's kind of crazy because it feels like the back to school series started a week ago. Today we're talking about apps that I use specifically for school, either apps or softwares, because I feel like sometimes sharing those with you can be helpful. I just want to say, like, nobody's sponsoring me. Like, none of these apps want me to talk about their products. Like, these apps are already doing good enough for themselves. They don't need me to promote anything. Before we get started, I just want to apologize if something's not in focus. I recently learned that I was short-sighted, and when I film in my room, my camera is very far from me. It's respecting COVID guidelines, we like that, but I am short-sighted, which means I do not see very well from far. And so my computer is also kind of far from me because it has to be connected to my camera, and so I do not know if I'm in focus. I think I am because I feel like I look pretty good, but I do look blurry, but that's because I just don't see properly. You know what I mean? Today's candle, we have Forever Mood Caked Up. I actually usually prefer this candle when it's like cooler outside. Like, I'm even wearing a long sleeve. I don't really know what's going on today. It's pretty hot. It's just that I liked the shirt for today, so I figured I'd wear it. First things first, this is regardless of school and social media. The Gmail app is just superior, okay? It is superior to the generic mail app. I think comes with like Apple things. If you have a Gmail, like a Google account, which a lot of us have, please do yourself a service and not a disservice and get the Gmail app. Like, I was talking to this about my mom. I was like, girlie, get a Gmail app because you have a Gmail account. Like, this, it's so much better. It's just, the whole like app is just smoother, okay? It's free, it's better. You can do video calls using that app. Like, it's just, it's more wholesome in my opinion. You have more control. You can put many of your Gmail accounts. You can, like, it's just, you can choose to only see one. Like, it's just better, it's easier, and it looks cleaner. That was my little rant on how I do not like the Apple Mail app. Okay, next thing I am a stan of, I stan this so hard, is GoodNotes, okay? This is my planner. I showed this in my how to optimize your time tips from a planning master. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I love GoodNotes for digital planning and taking notes, right? I really like this for digital planning. As you can clearly see, I'm obsessed, because I love that you can import things into this, and they have so many highlighter colors, and their highlighting technique is just so smooth. Like, okay, for example, so today I have to tease my video for tomorrow, and so let's say I just want to highlight that. I'll highlight it and then it'll just switch behind the text and it'll automatically straighten. You can like move things, you can literally resize things, and for like note taking, that is literally one of the most amazing tools. I don't use GoodNotes when I am like taking notes off of a PowerPoint. I use GoodNotes when I'm doing notes as I'm studying, like note recalling, like active recalling, pardon me. Basically, you know, like I'll study something for like an hour, and then for the 30 minutes following, I'll try to recall everything I studied as like notes without looking at the book, the textbook, the PowerPoint, whatever. And I love doing that on GoodNotes because I feel like you can just be a little more creative and make things pretty while still having it easy. Because I love that you can erase things. This is one of the things I just love about digital note-taking altogether. But I love that you can erase things, move things, resize things. You can customize your highlighter colors. Like, most of these are customized highlighter colors, and I just think it's so pretty, and I love pastel things, you guys know. So GoodNotes is an essential app for me, but I usually just do like pretty visual notes, like, you know, comprehensive visual notes on that. So if you guys want a video on how I make my notes, I will share, but you know, meanwhile school hasn't started yet, so I'm not taking any notes, so we'll wait for that a little bit, you know what I mean? Notability is my... When I tell you Notability has my whole entire heart, if I ever need to annotate a PowerPoint, a PDF file, read articles, I'm doing it on Notability. The reason why I do it on Notability is because now I know that you need your teacher's permission to, you know, record their class, so make sure you get that before. But some of my teachers didn't require me to do that, so like some of them I could get away with it, some of them I just didn't record the class, I didn't really care to ask. But as you're taking notes, you can literally, okay, let's do, but for example, you can go right here, you click right here, and as I'm writing, I'm like, I'm like, wow, I'm not writing great, but I'm great, you know? Positive affirmations, you need to do those. And I'm like, this video is great. And then I stop it. Then you can go and listen to this. You click right here, and as I'm writing, I'm like, wow, I'm not writing great, but I'm great. So as you replay the audio, the words you are writing are coming back to you. So let's say you don't remember why you wrote something, it was like maybe really short, you can replay that moment and see exactly when you wrote it, what was being said. And that is amazing. I cannot even stress how amazing this is for note taking and for like when you're kind of in a fast-paced class or something. Like this is literally one of the most amazing tools that Notability has to offer. If not, the reason why I really like this for taking notes in class and reading articles is that it's a really simple interface because they have much more limited options and much like they have less customizable things. It forces you to kind of be more focused on the practical and technical aspect of what you're doing, which is annotating and getting things down. Both of these apps, GoodNotes and Notability, are paying apps, but I do think it's an investment that you make, and it's an investment that's definitely going to come back to you. If you feel that helps you, that helps you. GoodNotes is only worth it if you have an iPad. Notability, you can use it on your computer and you can type. So I think that's also worth it because of the mic, the audio recording feature. I think if you have a computer, Notability is also a great choice, but GoodNotes I would maybe just recommend if you have a tablet. Now whether that be Android tablets, Apple tablets, I don't really know what kind of other tablets, you know, I'm not a tech YouTuber, we've been through this. We stand. This is probably going to be more dedicated towards students in healthcare, but Essential Anatomy 5. This is available on computers and tablets, I'm pretty sure of any kind. It's this little skeleton guy. I love him. He's great. You can add on muscles. You can search up muscles. Like when I was making notes a lot, especially when I was making cue card type notes, what I would do is like select a specific muscle. For example, right here. For example, the triceps. I would isolate that and then I would just write, you know, origin, insertion, like what's the nerve? And I would just study it that way. And because it was so like visual, I could visualize it on myself. And it was just easier to like learn things because you have an image with it and you have other things. Whenever the girlies have doubts, the girlies need to check. There's probably other softwares. Again, this is me sharing what I use. So if you have something that works well for you, keep using it. You know, like I'm not saying anything. It's in English, however. So if you're studying in, you know, other languages, God bless. Quizlet has this weird thing where they're always trying to make me pay something, but I've never paid anything. You know, like it still works, so I don't think you have to pay anything. Everyone loves Quizlet, but sometimes I like making my own flashcards on this, and I'm not much of a flashcard person, but especially when it's just things you have to learn like by heart. Like there's very little comprehension going on about it. Like it's very much like this is this and this is this. These are the symptoms. This is the location of this. This is the name of this protein. Like whenever you have to really study like, you know, punctual things, and it's by heart. Like there's no, you're not gonna be like, oh well, let me think about what it's really just like the name of something. I'm gonna use cue cards, and I love making them on this because you can like check if you got it right, check if you didn't get it right. Team Zoom, very COVID essentials. It's very much a COVID essential. In Quebec, we have something called Antidote, and it's basically a software that corrects, you know, grammar. It corrects your writing, basically. It's like similar to the likes of Grammarly, but it's in French. I think they also have an English version, but it's for, you know, writing in French because I study in French, so most of my assignments are in French, not most, all of them. It's like such a lifesaver because I don't know if this is your case. I personally think I have good ideas to write when I do my assignments, and I usually write the content that I need to write in it, but I am not a very skilled, you know, smooth writer, and I feel like some people just have that kind of innate ability. Every time I'm done working on an assignment, not like completely done, if I'm halfway done, I'll just correct it real quick, and it just gives me such peace of mind because it means that I'm not gonna lose petty points on you know, vocabulary or like grammar, like stupid things that I could fix. So I'm a stan of Antidote, and she's a baddie and she needs to remain. This is it. These are all the apps slash softwares that I feel are literally essential to my school experience, and I hope I was able to share a few of them with you. And if you heard of one and you were interested, there's going to be links in the description box. These are not affiliate links, by the way. Like, these are apps and softwares. They're going to be links. Again, like I said, some of them you need to pay for, so like, you know, choose your battles. If you guys want me to do this same video concept but with social media content creating apps that I think are essential to me, I'm really willing to do this. Obviously, I was not going to do it now because this is back to school month, but if you want me to do it in the future, I would definitely be up to doing that. And so on that note, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave in the comments section down below other video suggestions, especially as I am preparing for the month of September. You know, the upload there. So please feel free to just leave that where it is. I would love to know if you like me and my personality or the content I put right up on YouTube. Then feel totally free to subscribe to this channel, baby. We love newcomers. We love to see people come here and hang out with us. If you have to study, subscribe, because a lot of you have if you're watching this video. If you already had any of these apps and you love them, tell me. If you have other apps that you think are necessary, tell me as well, because I'd love to know. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one, or else this semester will be a fail. Now, would you like to put this on yourself?